Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the Water Skills by Harakati presentation. This is primarily to discuss our program at the Charlton and Muscat School in Albandar, and I hope that it is as quick as possible so that you can understand how it all works. So basically, our three core values that we want to focus on is swim safe, swim smart, and swim hard. And that is across all of the levels. So from learn to swim all the way up to the advanced swimmers. No matter how advanced you get in swimming, it's always important to be aware and be safe. Also, when it comes to swimming smart, we don't just mean being clever about how you swim and being more intuitive and intelligent. We're also talking about looking good, and yeah, and we're really looking forward to investing in that aspect of the club. And then swimming hard is obviously not necessarily for the younger swimmers. We want them to enjoy it, but we also want them to have a desire to know how to work hard, so that when they start competing, that we can see them really start to perform and enjoy competing against both other people, but also themselves. So the next aspect is our mission statement, and we have a nice picture of Coach Loki and Coach Maha there. So we are committed to providing a safe, smart, and challenging swimming experience for all of our customers. And this is for all ages. So here's a view of the team. I'm from South Africa, Coach Maha is from Iran, and Coach Loki is from Kenya. And I think together we make a pretty good team. We've got a few additional staff coming on board, and we look forward to that. Okay, then just a quick overview. What we have lined up is we have the bay swim in Jumeirah Muscat Bay scheduled for October this year. So this is a short fun swim for our swimmers to join in and experience what sea swimming is like. So we will have 100 meter, 200 meter, and 400 meter options. Details will be shared closer to the time, but just so that you can sort of earmark that in your calendar. It should be a really fun day out and good, good event for the whole family. So it includes breakfast and things like that. So then from November until May, we will have inter-club swim meets approximately every 4 to 6 weeks. So if your child is interested in competing this year, we really want to drive the competitions. And both internally and externally. So the more people that can be competing and getting achievements, personal bests or medals or ribbons, anything like that, we're really excited to see. We saw a few last year from Paula and Sophia and all of our development squad swimmers, but we really want to start building the competitive element from the lower levels so that we can just grow as a club and grow as a community. So details will be shared closer to the time for those as well. Then as far as the calendar overview goes for the actual term times, so term 1A is scheduled for 1st September to 17th of October. I've put the fees there. So one time a week is 55.3 reals, twice a week is 93.8 reals, and 3 times per week is 115.8 reals. Then term B, there's a short break in between term 1A and B. Then there's the December break between term 1 and term 2. And then we've got a bit of a longer break between term 2 and term 3. So we are planning to also host some swimming camps for the competitive swimmers in those times. Just during the holidays to keep them going. So they won't not be swimming, but that is the plan. Then as far as the registration process goes, in the past, obviously we just liaised via WhatsApp. During the summer program, we used Google Forms to be able to collect the appropriate information and make sure we knew what days and times were suitable for people. So just as far as the placement goes and things like that, this will be a lot easier. So I will, after this meeting, send a link with a post, and you can either click the link or scan the QR code, then complete the registration form. So I'll show you how it all works, but yeah, then submit the payment confirmation, ideally via WhatsApp to 91211645. And then the placements will be confirmed during the course of next week. Yeah, if there is a problem in terms of group sizings or anything like that, we will let you know accordingly and see if there's any alternative days that can work. Now, I'm also aware that a lot of people don't possibly have the schedules for their other activities yet, and you may only get that next week, I understand. So what I would suggest is complete tentatively based on what you know will be happening, and then if there's any adjustments or changes that need to be made, we can just liaise around that. Then when it comes to selecting the swimmer levels, so we use the International Learn to Swim program to monitor the swimmer levels. And basically, there's a chart which we have in the swimming pool area, which we'll be putting swimmer names next to. So as they advance, you'll be able to track their progress consistently. But ultimately, these are the basic understandings of each group. So mini minnows are children who cannot swim. It's usually the younger ones, so between the ages 4 and 6 years old. And then we'll put them into age-appropriate groups as well. So, for example, we try to make sure that the 6-year-olds are swimming with sort of 5 and 6-year-olds, and the 4-year-olds are swimming with 4 or 5-year-olds, because of the age differences. Then beginner swimmers are more foundation 1 or 2. So, like if your child can float and sort of swim, like do kicking on their stomach and maybe on their back, we would put them into foundation 2, so they're still learning the basics for each stroke. Then intermediate swimmers, so these are children who are maybe wanting to compete in the future but are not quite there yet, and so they can swim maybe freestyle backstroke and a little bit of breaststroke. Maybe they can do dolphin kick, those types of things, but they don't have the advanced skills like doing tumble turns, doing competitive dives and racing, knowing how to race and things like that. Then we've got an in-between, we've got the development squad, which was initially our top level performance group, but at the moment we're looking to split that up into performance squad and development squad. So the primary difference between that is that the performance squad will be required to achieve certain standards in order to train at that level. So if they cannot swim 50 meters of freestyle faster than 40 seconds, for example, then they cannot join that squad. Additional offerings is that we have adult group swim classes. These are primarily ladies group classes, are Sundays and Tuesdays between 5:30 and 6:15 and 6:15 and 7 p.m. And then men's group or mixed group classes are Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:15 and 6:15 to 7 p.m. So we have extended those offerings. Then lane swimming is offered at 2 reals per 30 minutes. So if your child is swimming and we do have an additional lane available and you would like to swim, you're welcome to do that, and we can just include that as we go. Okay. Cool. If there are any questions, then we can go through those. Yes, Reem.
Yes, so I would ask about the adult sessions.
Yes.
And the female, as you mentioned, is it for girls only, or is it combined, the adult and the kids for females, or what is the difference?
So the adult classes would be technically from about 16 years and older. So yeah, so any age above 16, we would offer that to the ladies, and then it's also only ladies coaches. So I won't be there at that time.
Okay, so this will be included for the timing. What is the timing that you start in Cheltenham?
Yes, so 5:30 in the evening on a Sunday and a Tuesday. And so that would run for about 40 minutes, and then the next group would start at 6:15 p.m. till 7 p.m.
Okay. And the prices would be the same as the ones that you mentioned about once a week, twice a week, and 3 times a week?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Cool, pleasure. Thank you. Right, great. If anybody does have any further questions, please feel free to reach out on WhatsApp. That is our most responsive platform. And yeah, we look forward to a really successful season with you. And thank you so much for being a part of Water Skills.